structure in our church.
那么跟大家讲一下我们教会的一个基本的组织架构。
Let me find something to draw with. Never find it. Oh, here it is. Okay. We know that the U.S. churches together form what is called the General Assembly.
我们知道美国的教会组成美国的这个总会。
So it's called the USGA.
所以称为美国的总会。
And the USGA has 5 departments.
美国总会有5个部门。
The Evangelical Department.
第一个是宣道处。
The second is a pastoral department.
名都是牧养部门。
And third department is training.
第3个是训练的。
Fourth department is Literary Ministry, LM for short.
那第4个部门是文宣，简短来说就是 LM.
Yeah, and the 5th department is administration. Yeah.
第5个部门就是一些总务。
Yes. 行政处。
行政处。
So these departments help coordinate all the U.S. churches.
所以这几个部门就联系整个美国教会。
And on the international level, we have what is called the International Assembly, or IA for short.
这个国际上来说我们有联总，就是简称为 IA。
And IA also has several departments.
联总它也有几个部门。
This includes Eastern Hemisphere a mission. Eastern Hemisphere mission 就是东半球宣道处。And then there's a Western Hemisphere mission.
宣道处。
And there's also a training department.
它也有那个训练的部门。
And recently, the LM department was renamed as Media Evangelism Department. Media Evangelism.
文宣部门现在目前最近改为
媒体宣
道。
Yes, Media Evangelism. Okay, and then there's also the Administration Department, 行政处。
那还有就是行政处。
And what we will focus on today is the media evangelism on the IA level and the literary ministry on the national level.
今天跟大家分享的就是媒体联总的媒体宣道部以及美国总会的文宣。
And these 2 departments work very closely together.
这2个部门他们是相互彼此合作的。
Because many of our projects overlap.
因为我们所做的一些项目有重叠。
And the USGA is responsible for almost all the English language material.
这个美国总会它负责所有的英文的英文的
英文的出版物。
But
we know there are other English-speaking countries like the UK or Australia. Those are all English-speaking countries.
那有英国那边、澳洲那边，他们也是讲英文的。
So what we do in the USGA, we share with all the other English-speaking countries.
所以美国总会跟其他讲英文的地方 彼此分享。
That way, they don't have to duplicate everything that has been done already.
所以他们对于已经做出的工作，他们不用再重复。
And so I will talk about English literary ministry. I will also share some Chinese language materials because some of us are Chinese speaking.
所以我们跟大家讲一些英文的出版物，也有一些中文的出版物，因为它当中有一些讲中文的。
In the earlier days, we used to produce different publications, printed publications.
在早期的时候，我们有出不同的出版物。
But over the years, we have gradually shifted our focus to media, especially online media.
那最近我们就把焦点转移到这个媒体上。
Because nowadays people don't like to read long articles, they like short videos and things like that.
因为今天大多数人不喜欢读很长的文章，他们只惯于看简短的那个video， 就是影像
视频。And now everybody's online, and people prefer watching things online rather than printed material.
现在很多人都上网所以他们不太习惯看这个读这个写的文章。
And so this is going to be the future direction of our literary ministry.
所以这是我们将来一个文宣的一个方向。
So let me go to the TJC website. This is tjc.org. We're looking at the official International Assembly website.
这是一个我们教会的国际的一个网站。
And this is the Chinese version, tjc.org/zh. This is the Chinese version.
这是一个中文的网站的版本。
And to switch between languages, you can just click the drop-down menu, and these are the available languages right now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 languages so far.
我们如果按上面的栏目的话，它会出来11种不同的语言。
Okay. And here, let me share some resources for evangelism.
我跟大家分享一下关于一些布道的一些资料。
Here is a video called Welcome to the True Jesus Church. This was published maybe 3-4 years ago.
这里有一个视频，就是说关于欢迎来到真耶稣教会，这是3-4年前制作的。
So this is for visitors to our website. They can learn about our church.
对那些探访我们教会网站的，他们可以学习关于我们的教会。
Okay. And does this look familiar?
这个画面有些熟悉。
Yeah, so this video is designed to help people who have never stepped into our church to get a glimpse of what our church is all about.
这个视频是为那些就是对我们教会不熟悉的，让他们了解我们的教会到底是怎样的教会。
If your friends are ever interested in learning about our church, this would be a video that you can share with them.
假如你的朋友对于我们的教会有兴趣学习的话，你可以跟他分享这个视频。
And we also have a Chinese version here on the Chinese site.
我们在中文的
Not this one.
网站上也有。
Yeah, there's a Chinese version also.
也有中文的版本。
Yeah. So, okay. And in addition to the general introduction to our church, we now have videos on the 10 articles of faith.
除了这个对我们教会基本的介绍之外，还有有关我们教会的10个基本信条。
And these are short videos that are maybe about 5 minutes or 5 minutes long.
这也是很简短的视频，大概5分钟。
People like to watch short things now. They don't like long
因为
talks.
因为现在的人比较习惯看那个短的视频。
Just now, Sister Wendy said, "I've seen you before. I just can't remember where." And we realized that that's where she saw me.
Sister Wendy 说，我好像是曾见过你，但不晓得在哪里见过你。这个网站上就有我头像。
And then we also have Chinese versions of the Articles of Faith. Yeah, you can just click around. If you can read Chinese, you can just click around on your own.
那我们教会基本信条也有中文的版本，我们可以把它按出来。
In many churches, mostly bigger churches, they have basic beliefs class for truth seekers.
大的教会里面，他们有这个慕道班。
But if our church is we don't have enough manpower to lead, to give a systematic introduction to the 10 articles of faith, we can take advantage of these videos by playing 5 minutes and then let the truth seekers ask questions, and we can share testimonies. Yeah, so we can use these as a supplement.
假如我们教会没有那个系统的就是教导关于我们教会基本信仰的慕道班的话，我们也可以用这些视频然后看完之后看看可以分享一些问题。
And there are also written articles on the basic beliefs.
也有文章写到说有关我们教会基本的信条。
And for people who want to read more, to learn the basic beliefs more in depth, we also have publications available.
那如果有深入查考我们基本信仰的话，那我们也有出版刊物可以学习。
So, for example, we recently published this book called The Doctrine of Foot Washing.
那举例说，我们最近有出这个出版刊物，有关于洗脚礼的。
It's available in both English and Chinese.
这个有英文和中文2个版本都有。
If your friend is a Christian, he or she may be curious, how come you have foot washing in your church, but in my church we don't do foot washing? And you can share this resource with them.
假如你有其他教会的基督徒的朋友的话，他们就疑问说，为什么你们有洗脚礼，我们没有那你可以跟他分享。
Yes. And there is a book called Saving Grace. This is a compilation or a collection of written testimonies of brothers and sisters from our church who were converted to the church.
那另外一个叫 Saving Grace 储存的恩典，就是有很多来转变来信我们教会他们的一些见证。
Yes. 算是见证集。
见证集。
Okay. And a few years ago, we also started developing video testimonies online.
在几年前，那我们也有制作这个网上的视频见证。
On the English website, look for our stories under belief. This is the English website. Go to
这是英文的网站。
Yeah, go to believe and choose our stories.
去信然后我们的故事。
Okay. So these are kind of like documentary style interviewing. We interview brothers and sisters who found God in the True Jesus Church, and we recorded their testimony.
这好像记录采访一样，就是记录那些转变来我们教会的他们的一些见证。
So maybe one day you'll get a call from us to interview you, how you came to the True Jesus Church.
或者有一天我们会打电话给你就是采访你说你怎么样来到我们的教会。
this is a very friendly way to share with your friends about your faith.
那这可以就是很友善的跟你的朋友分享说我们的信仰。
You know, you can just send them the link and they can watch the stories, real life stories.
你给他发一个连接能够分享到他们真实的人生故事。
On the Chinese site, there are also testimony videos.
在中文的网站那里也有见证的视频。
Yeah, you just have to search for it. There is a section called the Testimonies. 蒙恩见证。
它有
奇妙见证。
有一个部分是蒙恩见证。
And if you can't find it, you can ask me later. But it should be very easy. You can try it on your own later.
那如果你找不到的话，你可以询问我。应该很容易找到。
All right. And very recently, we started working on social media, such as Facebook, Instagram. So far, these are the two main ones, Facebook and Instagram.
最近我们也有开始这个社交媒体，苏联以及
脸书还有Instagram， 中文不知道是什么，就是 IG， 他们都叫 IG。Yeah. Because everybody is using, well, a lot of people are using the social media to keep in touch with their friends. So this is also a good tool for our church to do evangelism and to help our members share the faith with others.
因为现在很多人都用这两个社交这个应用所以对于你传福音给朋友，跟他们分享这个很有用。
Yeah, what I'm showing you right now is our True Jesus Church Facebook page.
现在跟大家分享的是我们真耶稣教会那个书脸上的一个脸书上的
Yeah 的
一个
页面。Okay. Just if you use Facebook, just search for True Jesus Church International Assembly, 真耶稣教会联合总会, and you will find it. Okay. And on here, when you first visit, be sure to click like, and then your friends will see, oh, my friend likes this page. Let me see what is it, and they will get curious and come to the church page.
所以你去到这个书脸我们的页面上，你看一下那个赞
and your friends will see that.
这样你的朋友就可以看得到。
So on the Facebook page, occasionally we regularly post Bible verses for encouragement.
书脸的页面上，我们会写出一些经节来，给大家鼓励。
But we also post the videos on our website on Facebook as well, so it's easier for people to share.
在上面我们也有贴一个视频，跟大家分享。
Yes. And like I said, in addition to Facebook, we also do the same kind of stuff on Instagram.
跟书脸上一样，对 Instagram 我们也做了相似的事情。
And the church has hired someone to work on this on a full-time basis.
那教会有请一个全职的人来做这项专项工作。
Because we believe this is a very important area, especially for the future generations.
因为我们知道这方面是非常重要的，特别是对下一代。
And people have actually come to contact us because they see what the church puts online.
那有人因为在網絡上看到我們教會所post 出來的，所以他跟我們教會聯繫。
I just cite one example. There was a lady from Africa who contacted us because she found us online.
那舉個例，就是有一個從非洲來的姐妹她因為在網絡上看見我們教會的信息，所以聯繫我們。
Let me see if I can find a picture of her. Yeah. The lady on the right is the lady I'm talking about.
在右边的这位女士就是我所讲的。
And so when she contacted us, we sent our ministers. We asked our ministers to reach out to her to correspond, and then eventually, the ministers from Africa as well as from the UK went to see her in person.
所以在她联系我们之后，我们从那个英国以及非洲那边的传道人就跟她本人见面。
And the young girl, the girl on her left is her daughter.
在她左边的那个小女孩是她的女儿。
And when we later we received news that they received the Holy Spirit when our ministers went to visit them.
之后我们听到这个信息说他们有受圣灵了，在我们传道人探访他们之后。
Besides this story, there are other cases where people from places currently without True Jesus Church contact us and want to learn the gospel.
除此之外也有就是在其他地方没有真耶稣教会设立的地方，也有人联系我们，想要查考有关我们的福音。
Yeah, these are places we never visited before, but they came and contacted us first.
这些地方我们没有去到那里但是他们先联系我们。
That's why this area, this way of evangelism is the future. That this is the door that God has opened to us.
所以这种宣道方式是神给我们开了一个新的门。
Okay. Now, let me talk about some material that's or content that's available to the members in the church.
那下一个就是跟大家讲一下我们信徒能够应用到的一些资料。
You're probably familiar with the Manna magazine, which is a periodical that is published quarterly.
大家可能这个对于每一季出版的那个玛瑙杂志都熟悉。
And they are all digital now as well. So you can read the past articles anytime by just going to the church website.
我们去到教会的网站就可以在网站上读到任何一个一期的出版的。
And the Chinese equivalent of that is 圣灵月刊。
那中文版本相似的就有圣灵月刊。
Here it's on the Chinese website. So a lot of the past issues, I don't think all of them are digital yet, but you can go way back many years to read articles that were published before.
我们可以读到许多年前出版的文章不是所有的，但是有很多。
Okay, so these content are stored in what we call the e-library. It's a huge project. We spent many years to build this digital library to benefit our members.
这些都储存在这个的图书馆里，我们花了很多的时间来把这个建成。
Yes, and let me see. Some of you are teaching religious education classes. The RE textbooks are also available online.
那些参与宗教教育的这宗教教育的课本在网上也可以找到。
Okay, very convenient for teachers, but try not to go all on Fridays to download books because it gets congested when everybody prepares lessons last minute.
所以对老师来说很方便，但是尽量不要说星期五再去下载，因为太繁忙了。
Okay, let's see, what other publications can I share? Okay, let me share about the Bible study guides.
跟大家分享一下查经这个指引。
Okay, so how to find the Bible study guides on the TJC site? You click on links.
在教会的网站上，怎么样找到这个查经指引？可以找到那个连接。
Oh, sorry, not here. Sorry, click on publications, and then you will see the first item is Bible study guides.
嗯
OK， 好，没有关系。
出版的那里
Yeah. So far, the church has published guides for every book in the New Testament plus the book of Genesis in the Old Testament.
目前来说，就是所有的新约书本以及旧约的创世纪我们有出版这个查经指引。
If you are assigned to lead a Bible study, but you don't know what questions to ask, these resources are very helpful.
假如你有安排到带领查经，你不晓得问什么问题的话，这些资料对你有帮助很大。
Because each lesson covers one passage and it includes questions that are good for discussion.
这里包含一些提出的问题供于大家能够讨论的。
And if you're not quite sure how to answer, you can show answers on the website.
假如你不晓得什么答案的话，你可以在网上把这答案按出来。
Okay, and you can even access this page on your cell phone.
你甚至在你手机上都可以把它按出来。
And currently, this series has been translated into, or is being translated into 3 other languages.
这些出版的东西有被翻译出3种语言。
Bahasa Indonesia, Spanish and Chinese.
西班牙文、中文、
印尼文。Yeah. So let me show the Chinese translation is still in progress. So that's why there are only 4. But we also have brothers and sisters who are continuing this work of translation.
中文目前翻译出来了4个，那这工作还在继续。
I really encourage that those Bible study leaders to take advantage of this tool.
所以那些带领查经的可以很好的利用这个工具。
And several years ago, the church launched an online Bible study tool.
那几年前我们教会有
推出的研经工具。It's called e-rema, also pronounced as e-rema. It doesn't matter, e-rema or e-rema.
这个研究工具叫做 e-rema.
Yeah. This is under links. Okay. And so let's take a quick look. Okay. So how this tool started was we needed to build something for the full-time writers who work on our publications or our website, because these tools will help us find Bible verses much more efficiently.
那这些工具是为那些写作的出版的人提供的，因为可以更方便的找到经节。
This was the initial purpose of this tool.
这是工具最初的一个作用。
But as we started working on this project, we felt, why not open it up to all the brothers and sisters?
我们进行这项计划的时候，我们就说为什么不把这个提供给所有的信徒呢？
And then we thought, why not open it up to the whole world?
我们就想到说，为什么不提供给整个世界呢？
Because in our church, sometimes we conduct training on how to lead sermons, how to lead Bible studies.
有时候我们教会有做训练，说怎么样来带领查经讲道。
And we want to show, okay, these are tools you can use.
我们就想到说，这个是我们可以用的一个工具。
But a lot of times, the tools to get the tools, you have to pay.
很多时候要用这个工具，我们需要付钱。
And it's hard to ask members to, pay for software just to learn how to lead Bible studies. It's difficult.
所以就是有信徒要来带领查经的话，要叫他们付钱买一个软体，那这个比较困难。
But the tool we offer is free, so we can use this tool to conduct training in different local churches.
但我们提供的工具是免费的所以提供给不同的教会做训练。
And tomorrow we will use one session to share how to prepare for Bible study using a tool like this.
那明天的一堂，我们就跟大家分享说，如何运用这个工具来预备带领查经。
And this year we also launched the mobile version or the app version. So now this eRima Bible app is available on iOS devices as well as Android devices.
那我们有推动这个eRima 的一个查经的工具的应用
on iOS 就是苹果的手机，苹果手机还有 Android 的
yeah 系统。
So if you go to your App Store or Play Store or whatever store your device uses, just search for eRima or eRimas, and then you'll find it.
如果你去那个应用商店的话，你就打出这个eRima可以找到。
Yeah, make sure that it's spelled correctly, and you'll find it. You can download it for free.
要确定说你打进去的拼的正确你可以免费的下载。
And if possible, give us a good rating.
如果可行的话，你就是给一些高的评价。
This is so that we can attract more Christians to use our Bible study tool.
这我们可以吸引更多的基督徒来应用我们的查经工具。
And when they see, oh, there's this tool, who developed the True Jesus Church? Who is True Jesus Church? Let me find out, and that's how they will find us.
那他们就说，谁提供这个工具？原来是真耶稣教会，他们就更有兴趣来查访我们的教会。
Okay, so we'll spend more time on this tool tomorrow.
那我们会花更多的时间讲这个应用。
Okay. Now, let me share a couple of other resources that we use within the church.
我们再跟大家再分享一些其他我们教会有的一些资源。
And I'm sure you have all seen this before. Oh, the color is different from the Honolulu color, but it's the layout you should recognize very quickly. This is a service.tjc.org. This is used for projecting Bible verses and hymns during worship services.
这是我们聚会的时候来打出经节以及诗歌。
Yeah, so this tool is also developed by the IA, by the church.
那这个工具也是联总教会创制出来的。
And we thank God that we thought of developing this tool before the pandemic, before we realized that there was going to be a pandemic.
那我们感谢神，就是在这个疫情发生之前，我们就有想到说。要制作出来这些工具。
And during the pandemic, all of a sudden, a lot of the churches around the world started to move the worship services online.
所以在疫情来到的时候，突然之间很多教会就把这个聚会移到这个网上。
And this tool benefited a lot of churches and small group Bible studies because whether you are using Zoom service or live stream, you can play the hymn and then and project the hymns and the verses.
所以这对于很多教会以及小的这个查经组都是很有用的。不管你是用这个钟还是直播都可以找到这个诗歌经节。
Okay. And so speaking of online services, I forgot to mention that you can find on the TJC homepage a list of live streams from churches around the world.
这个讲到网上聚会你可以在我们教会的网站上找到各个世界不同地方真耶稣教会的直播的讲道。
Now you have no excuse not to attend church. It's you have so many choices. You can go to any of these countries to join their services.
现在我们没有任何借口说不来参加聚会，你可以去到任何一个国家那他们的直播讲道。
Even the time is listed. How far away is the next service?
这个时间也有写出来，就是离下一场讲道有多久。
Now it's so convenient for us.
所以对我们来说非常的方便。
Okay. Now, speaking of worship services, there is a tool that you can use called the hymnal.tjc.org. You can also find it from the TJC site, hymnal.tjc.org.
讲到敬拜有个诗歌
hymnal app. Yeah, this one, I think. Yeah, this is the one. Hymnal app. And so this is good. Yeah, this is good for churches where you have a shortage of pianists.
诗歌弹奏的应用如果缺乏弹钢琴的我们可以用到这个。
Just pick any hymn you like and it starts playing.
就你可以选择任何一首诗歌然后它可以弹奏。
But you have to skip the app first. Yeah, so it's very convenient also for online services. Like you have a Zoom Bible study and nobody can play the music, then you just use this tool, pick the hymn, and then everybody can sing along.
假如你有参加这个众视频查经的话没有人弹钢琴的话，你可以用这个应用。
Yes, yeah, and now the church is also recording choral versions, like sung by choir. Right now it's just piano, right? But later on, the church will publish choral versions of our hymn book.
之后教会会记录这个
就是诗班
把它
录下来。And it's easier for you to follow along and sing.
这样你跟着来唱就比较方便。
Okay. As you can see, that the church is very busy working on all these projects, and hopefully we can find them useful for our ministry in the local church.
所以教会正在忙碌来制作这些项目，希望对教会的传道工作有帮助。
I think we end at 4:15, right? Let's see if there are any questions. We can help answer.
有没有什么问题可以回答？
Or any suggestions that you can share with the church in literary ministry?
或者说你对于教会的文宣部门有什么建议的？
There's a place, if you are short of publications, there's a place for you to place orders for the print publications also. It's called order.tjc.org.
假如你教会有缺乏什么出版物的话，你可以去到这个真耶稣教会网站购买。
Yeah, the church doesn't make money from this. This is all just to cover the print and postage, the print cost and the postage.
所以教会并不以这个赚取费用，而是出版的费用以及邮寄的费用。
Any questions? Anything you like to share? Suggestions? If you think of anything, feel free to chat with me later on. Also,
有什么提议建议的话，之后也可以跟我交谈。
okay. So if not, we will conclude early again.
那不然的话，我们就提早一些结束。
Okay, let's pray in silence.
默祷。
Amen. Chelsea, do you hear the hissing?
Yes.
You know what I just realized? If I turn the phone, sometimes when I stood there,
Yeah.
But the problem is not exciting. It's just one place to work.
Oh.
In the meantime, we go to all the如果我们现在要算的一个，对，你打那个
Are you still doing fair? Or is it substitute? Yes. The one thing.
No, schedule's not open.
Yeah. Sorry, that was lots. She's in the hospital. Yes, So I'd rather not use it. I'm gonna use it. So I can see how we maybe I don't know. Yeah. Or the different translations, but also like. If you look at the link you. That. Why are you here?
Chelsea, you guys see anything? Getting stuff together.
Got it. Yeah, it's just a solid. But I think they got it.
I'll just go down.
Okay.
What needs to be happening? Yeah.
妈妈公打电话给他做什么？不用打，跟打这样，你妈平时叫你在，你就这样子，有啊，冲起来的，阿拉从那然后就冒出来。宝宝会说。